Welcome, everyone. Welcome, welcome. Thank you so incredibly much for joining us on this episode of Ascension Activations. We wish to start with an Om. An Om opens and expands the upper centers, allowing us to connect into a thought grid. This thought grid, dear ones, allows for the highest potential frequency channeling for tonight's experience. We wish for each of you to hold unconditional love. You may feel bliss. You may feel unity consciousness. You may even feel your higher self begin to flower, your heart chakra open again. Allow this connection to form within the deepest cellular levels of your biological form. As we connect to each of you, we wish to send each of you our unconditional love, bliss, and gratitude. Thank you for this beautiful co-creation tonight and throughout all moments of time and space. Take a deep breath in. And one more deep breath in. Thank you. Thank you, dear star people, for this beautiful co-creation tonight. Thank you so incredibly much, star people, for joining us and for helping us and for guiding us, for assisting each and every one of us along our journeys of activating unity consciousness and allowing each and every one of us to find our higher selves once again. Our higher selves, dear ones, is unconditional love and bliss. For your higher self contains the frequency bandwidth of the most amount of fun each of you may experience. Your higher self, dear ones, is directly connected into your inner child. For what did you love to do as a child? What lit you up? What made you the most amount of excited? It is that potential frequency inside that you wish to activate now. We wish for each of you to close your eyes, to feel or allow that inner child to step forward for each of you. As you see or sense that inner child, you may visualize taking that child's hands in yours. Now ask that inner child, what is our highest passion? That one thing that you are here to facilitate on this planet, in this lifetime. What is that for you? It is okay if the answer takes a little bit longer to come. It will come in divine alignment. And as that inner child gives you this information, allow a bright white light to then radiate from your higher self through your solar plexus belly button, radiating that inner child highest passion within every single cell within your biological template. You may feel warmth. You may feel bliss as each of us helps and assists activating you. You may feel love. Take a deep breath in. Oh. That was amazing. Absolutely amazing. Thank you, star people. Excellent. So, for tonight's questions, the first question, how to tell when you are in alignment with something or when it is time to release it. Now, this is very important because sometimes you may have experiences where emotions become somewhat triggered. Whenever we start to talk about alignments and whether or not something in your life is truly in alignment, we want to take a look at the emotional states. When you are really, really happy, does it still feel like that experience may be in alignment? If it does, hold on to the experience. Keep going with the experience and see how it plays out. Sometimes we may go through experiences, and on those days where the emotions get triggered, that's usually when people may release, but maybe that's something that you were meant to be doing. So, once again, every single experience is of high value for you to pull it apart and learn from it. Now, energetic vortexes in the star field and clearing them. The energetic vortices in the star field are directly connected to your cycle repeats. For any time any experience comes within your physical reality, that experience carries a wide range of emotional codes. These emotion codes, dear ones, repeat on a mathematical sequence according to date, time, and solar energetics. This means some of your cycle repeats may manifest when a particular planet comes into alignment, triggering your birth chart energetics. However, some cycle repeats may repeat in 7 days, and that's okay too. It is of high value for each of you to note when very traumatic experiences came into your physical reality, and then see when or if they cycle repeat. Each and every experience you have is energetically stored within a star field. This star field is a vortice system that is on the outer aura field. Observing the star field starts with closing your eyes. You may see or sense little stars surrounding your body. During that meditation, you may push in or pull through any energy through that particular vortice. This, dear ones, allows access into the memory grids when the primary individual starts to pull and push plasmatic resonances through the star field. You may see, sense a memory glimpse in the beginning. How did that memory make you feel? What emotion codes are stored within that memory? Any lower frequency emotion codes may then be released. We utilize the word release in order to release not only the lower frequency emotional settings, but also any attachment or messenger resonances. This allows you to create dominion over your energetic field. Accessing your memory grids is done in both the ethereal field as well as the biological template. For you are able to go into any cell within the biological form and feel, sense any emotion that is stored within. Many times we teach to look for a distortion on your body. A distortion is any paper cut, any mole, any mark, anything that is not purity in energy sense. Go in to that distortion and feel for any emotion codes. When an emotion code comes to your mind, Release it. Go into it. Go deeper. Go deeper and deeper until all of that negative emotion is released. You may choose to feel neutrality. You may choose to send self-love into the biological template. That love is light. That light is connected to your higher self and directly to the source frequency. Holding neutrality is a key. 4, to activate the multi-dimensional abilities into a pure range of neutrality allows for you to summon or release any energetic marks. So what they're saying is being multi-dimensional and holding neutrality works very similar like this. When you hold neutral for your entire energetic field, it then allows you dominion over that energy field. You're able to pull in any new emotion code. So we use the I am. I am happy. I am healthy. And what this does is it pulls that emotion code in first to your aura field. But then the more you do it, you start to learn how to imprint your body. And when you start to imprint the body, many times we are taught to use energy to imprint. So summoning a very high emotion code, that's one form of energy that we can use to imprint the cells of the body. However, we can also use the chi energetic systems. So clapping the hands, things like tapping the skin, or an electrical current. So there are certain devices that the medical industry does use, muscle stimulators. Some of those things do use an electrical current. So if you have the ability to put one of those on your body, as you are doing it, it is recommended to send the new emotion code into the body as it is being stimulated in that manner. Once again, we only need the consciousness to change the physical body or emotion settings inside of the body. We can do this with just our mouth, our hands, and by simply commanding it. If you are able to get the most amount of happiness and excited energy, that is how the imprinting works the best. Beautiful. Thank you guys. Okay. Okay, so the next question, the body template and loving each cell. So there is another method that each and every one of us can choose, which is closing the eyes and just for a moment go into the body. It is okay if you feel like you are imagining this. That's okay too. This is how we start to activate the multidimensional abilities. Now ask your mind, thank you for showing me a cell that needs to be repatterned back into the frequency of my higher self, or your highest potential, or your most healed self. Whatever it is that you guys choose to call like your highest version of you, or like the most happy, the most healthy, and the most excited, that's usually the higher self. Ask the cell that. What cell? Allow a cell to come into your mind and then ask, are there any other cells connected to this one? Yes. So now it forms a grid. Now go into all of those grids and all of those cells in one, and now send an emotion of unity consciousness. Send an emotion of bliss. And now you can even watch the cell go from, scrambled looking cell to like healed. You may see a sacred geometric snowflake. The cell will absorb the new emotion code. And you'll see this inside of your mind. You may feel like you're imagining it, but you'll see it. You'll see like a beautiful snowflake form. That is how you know you just changed the frequency inside of the cells. Now come back to a resting mode inside of your mind. So just calm your mind, allow the cells to go back, and now call them up again. Just in your mind, thank you, mind, show me the cells again. Did they hold the new emotion or do they need to be recalibrated again? Many times when we go into the body and we start to release emotions, if it is something that needs to be cycle repeated, the emotion will come right back. You release it again, it'll come right back. Sometimes we hold crystals, and holding the crystal makes you hold the new frequency. You have to hold the crystal for 3 days. You're holding it, and then you release the crystal, put it on your counter, and then see how your body feels. See if you're able to actually maintain the crystal's frequency. So one way of deciding if a crystal actually, or how the crystal is working, is, let's say we want to pick a rose quartz. Now we know a rose quartz brings more love into your life. So you hold the crystal for 3 days and then start to identify. This is also how we start to see the mirror reflections. So when you're holding on to the rose quartz, put it in your pocket, get a necklace, have, necklace or bracelets, either or, and then see what love comes into your life. Anytime throughout your day that you notice someone being really nice to you or holding the door for you, or you notice love, or even if you see two people hugging each other or kissing, write it down. At this time, I saw love. At this time, I saw love. At this time, I saw love. Now, all of a sudden, after 3 days, you're going to see what the crystal did for you. Now take the crystal and put it on your table. Now keep a journal too of the next 3 days without the crystal. Did you see the same exact amount of love for those 3 days? If you did not, put the crystal back in your pocket and do it again for 3 days. And keep doing this until your body template holds, anchors, and locks the frequency of the crystal into the grid. It is okay to then question the body. Questioning is how children learn. So if your body holds the emotion of love, and then after the crystal's on the counter, you notice it's less, drop into that meditation. Go into your body and ask your body, what memory or what emotion is causing the frequency of love to not manifest to its highest potential? You may receive a trauma. You may receive just an emotion code. You may receive something inside of you that needs to be healed in order for the higher frequency to hold, anchor, and set. This is okay too. This is all part of healing. Questioning the body, going into the body, feeling the emotions of the body, releasing emotions, and then calling in new emotions that we want to feel and to express. Emotions that are going to help manifest the positive future that you want to see. It's beautiful. It's all part of being multidimensional. And what we do is we take it step by step by step and see how it feels. See the physical reality, see what changed. And it's beautiful. Okay. Finding cells that need recalibration. So this is how we do it. We close the eyes, we feel into the body, and we just sense. So sometimes the star people are saying you may sense, let's say you may sense into the foot. So close your eyes, feel into the foot, ask the foot, is there any emotions that want to be healed for this particular experience? We wish for each of you to visualize both of your feet. As you visualize, there is a ball of color that fully manifests in front of you. The color of the ball is indicating the connection to what chakra is in the body, connected into your feet. As you see this color ball, is there any darkness or density upon it? We wish for each of you to spin that color ball in any direction until any densities, any distortions release off the ball, allowing that color ball to remain a brilliant color of its own divine origin. Spin and spin and spin. And when your color ball is completely healed, you may take it and push it into any location within the body, allowing it to fully heal and rebalance both feet, as well as the primary chakra it was initially in. Thank you. Thank you. So just take your time. And once you take that healed color ball and you put it into whatever chakra is associated to it, just take a moment and feel. Feel into your body. Do you feel any tingles? Do you feel any heat? Did you feel any electrical currents? So sometimes you may feel like a tiny little zap anywhere on your body, and that's the vortice. That's one of the vortices, and the energy like cleaning it. You may feel that. You may feel tingles. If anybody removed what's known as a dark one, you may have felt like this well, sometimes when we remove certain energies, it kind of makes you feel a little tired right after release. That is a dark one removing off of your system. That's okay too. That just means that you removed a lot of darkness. It's beautiful. Um, Drink water, saltwater bath. For anybody who did feel that way after clearing it, it's okay. Saltwater bath. Um, and you go through the process of rebalancing after we clear certain things out of your energetic field, and just keep saltwater bathing and keep telling the body, I love you, right? It's absolutely okay to release darkness. It's beautiful. And actually, when you do, there's like this funny thing that happens when we go inside and we start to release a lot of darkness. It actually changes the waking physical world, and it does it so differently. So, like, you may go through and like remove stuff from inside of your body, and then all of a sudden, they're building new sidewalks, and then they're paving roads. And then all of a sudden, like they're fixing the lights, and you're just like, is all this stuff outside getting repaired and healed because I'm doing the energy work inside of my body? Yes, yes, it is. That's exactly how it works. And it's not only the streets and the roadsides and the stuff, it's also like, where do you visit? Do you go to a coffee shop? Now all of a sudden they're building a brand new one. Do you go to a bank? Now all of a sudden there's a brand new bank. Or you may actually end up not in alignment with the bank that you're using, and then that bank goes away, and then you get a brand new fresh bank. That's what this does. When we go inside, that's what I'm telling you guys. When we go inside the body and we start to remove the trapped emotions, the darkness, the density, and all sorts of things, and we then start to pull in higher frequencies, which happens automatically. The second that you release the darkness from inside of your body, then all of a sudden more light shines through, and more light looks like the outside world changes. If you're aware, you'll see the change as it's happening. Once again, this is like, you know, focus on the outside world. A little less time on the phone as you're walking around, and like look at all the buildings, look at the sidewalks, look at nature, look at every single thing that you see in the outside world. Look closely, and then you will start to see the changes. Now, sometimes we go through conversions, and a conversion is basically like all of the timelines split and then they come together. When they come together, they blend together into one single timeline. That 0 point where they're all blending together, because we're multidimensional, that 0 point is a conversion. When that happens, there's other buildings that come in, and so you may be driving around, and then all of a sudden you notice a brand new building, but the building has been there for 60 years. It looks older. That's because we reach a timeline conversion. It's kind of like a celestial being's breath of life. So when the celestial being takes that breath, there's growth, there's expansion, and then there's a different season activates, and then it starts to come slower and slower. And then once again, once it really like the neutrality in between the breath, there's a pause. That pause where it goes up and then it comes back down, that little pause there is a 0 point. We do that with every single breath that we take. We breathe in, there's a pause, and then we breathe out. That is a 0 point. The celestial being, that is everything that you see, does that too. That is a timeline convergence. Now, there is also a mathematical pattern behind convergences. We can start to tell when they're going to happen. If you're aware of your actual surroundings, and I'm talking like even the people change, you'll start to see things shift when we go through certain, it's not even solar energetic shifts, it's a convergence. So you'll start to notice this, and it'll happen once or twice, then you're like, oh, okay, that was a breath of life. Now, there's a whole thing that happens because we are a microcosm of a macrocosm. So When we start to notice a convergence happened, we want to like stop immediately and we're like, okay, I know, I'm aware a convergence just happened. That's a breath of life for the celestial being or the unity consciousness sentience or the primary consciousness of the earth or whatever terminology you feel comfortable using, that's okay. Let's just call it a celestial being. When you notice that, that means a new breath in is about to start. So what you want to do is you want to look at your memory. What cycle repeats did you just go through between the convergences? What experiences did you just have? What things did you notice or what, things did you go through in the past year? And if you kind of have a good idea as far as what emotions you were holding for the past year, now all of a sudden, there is a convergence, which is about to come for your planet, you may see or notice different energetic patternings occur. And that's okay too. We wish for each of you to look inwards over the next 3 days. Feel any lower vibrational emotions and release. It is of high value for each of you to send unconditional love into your body templates. You may visualize your higher self. You may visualize the higher self energetic template. And you may allow the higher self to then send downwards a template most in alignment for your biological form. This template is designed to assist your ascension process. As each of you, we wish for you to say yes now, and we will assist in integrating your higher self templates into your biological forms now. Thank you. We wish to send our many love and blessings as we conclude tonight's channeled session. Thank you. Thank you, dear star people. Thank you so, so incredibly much for helping my friends to heal. I'm grateful for all of you. Thank you guys so incredibly much for joining us tonight. It was such an honor and a pleasure to be here. You guys can find me at daniellipton.com. Also, I have opened a spiritual university. It is for the people, complimentary. You guys can go to treeoflifeorganization.org and you can scroll down to see the classes and the lessons that we offer. And you guys can come and, send me an email. Thank you. You have a wonderful night.